Hi children, Namaste. Earlier we have discussed about the early associations, political associations, and which were worked a lot for the freedom in India. And after that, they come to know that there was a necessity to have an association which belongs to nation. National association is required to spread the nationalism, to spread national consciousness, to spread nationality among the Indians throughout the country. So, in that aspect, one association came into existence, that Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress, and it was established in Mumbai, in Bombay, at Bombay, in December 1885. In December 1885, and the president, it was presided over by W.C. Banerjee, and 72 delegates from different parts of India. So this is the first meeting of 18 INC, which was conducted in the year 1885. And you see here, he was the man, Dadabhai. He was the man which we call W.C. Banerjee. So we call him as he was the Umesh Chandra Banerjee. Umesh Chandra Banerjee, he was presided over. This is the first meeting of Congress. The first meeting of Congress, and after that, you see that another person that the former English official, Mr. Yevo Hume, and he was the man who attracted this nationalism, how the Indians are working or struggling for freedom. So he was a man, Allen Octavian Hume, Yevo Hume, and he was an administrator. He was an administrator with a deep insight, understanding the problems of rural India. He worked for India and helped to form the Indian National Congress. INC means Indian National Congress. And these people, so this is the first photograph of these. The 72 delegates, 72 are representatives from different areas of India. Here there are some important leaders are there. So Dadabhai Nauroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tyabji, Surendranath Banerjee, Ramesh Chandra Dutt, S. Subramaniam Iyer, and they're all largely from Bombay, Madras, and Kolkata. And we have already discussed that Yevo Hume, a retired British official, played an important role in establishing this Indian National Congress. So let us have a discussion why the British people also attracted to and helped to establish an association, a national-wide association for struggling against the British government to get freedom. See here, they realized, the people of India realized that there must be a national consciousness among the diverse people of India. What is meant by diverse people of India? Because India is a combination of so many castes, so many religions, and so many regional people also. See here, there are these people. So there's 72 delegates from different areas and different areas. Okay, and these are the important photographs of these the first session of Congress. And even if you observe that, my dear children, and these people, they did not have unity among them. They did not have unity among them. First, the leaders of Congress, Indian National Congress, they want to unite them with a national concept or nationalism, and they want to make the people aware, to realize that unity could be built only nationalism or freedom. And therefore they decide to hold the Congress sessions different parts of the country every year. The first session was conducted in Bombay, but whereas the other sessions, other meetings, other conferences, they conducted their meetings at different parts of India. Because, and among this, if you observe that why they conducted this in these different parts of India concerned, by that those region people also, they involve in that meeting and they listen those sessions. By that they can fill their minds with nationalism. See here, my dear children, here we have got the list of Indian National Congress sessions before independence, and first, second, fourth, and even got this fifth, sixth to 12, and even if you move on, the 13th session, 13th to 19th session, and after this you got 20th to 25th session, 25th, and even 26th to 27th, 26th Kolkata, 27th Bangalore, 28th Karachi, so Bombay, Mumbai, Madras, Lucknow. And even if you observe that, see, by that you have got an idea that, so even 32 to 36, Calcutta, Delhi, Bombay, Amritsar, Nagpur, Ahmedabad, and 37, so Gaya, Delhi, Belgaum, Kanpur, Guwahati, Madras, and 43rd, see, Calcutta, Lahore, Karachi, Calcutta, Bombay, Lucknow. So like that. So this see here, if you observe that 49 is Lucknow, 1936, 50th Faizpur, 38 Haripur, 39 Tripura, 40 Ramgarh, 46 Meerut. There is a 54th. That was the 54th Indian National Congress session which was conducted in Meerut. So by that we can understand that they did not ignore any a region in India. So to fill this national, so that is the basic, the first objective of that. The second objective, the major objective of this early Congress was to create a common political platform or program around which political workers in different parts of the country could gather and conduct their political activities, educating and mobilizing people on all India basis. Second one is they want to create an atmosphere, or they want to establish a common political platform. So they come to know common, if you want to express anything regarding this freedom movement concern, so they come to know. So there is an association like Indian National Congress, and if we pass the information to this Indian National Congress and such, that will be helpful for uh, filling the nationalism among Indians like that. And the third major objective was to promote democratic ideals and functioning in India. So democratic principles, where there is equality, freedom, sovereignty, liberty, and all these things. So Indian National Congress function democratically, discussing all issues and trying to evolve consensus, or sometimes voting also. So see like that, and they decided in this aspect. They decided not to focus on the issues regarding the social reforms concern. In 1886, there are 436 were elected by different local organizations. Among them, all mostly lawyers, journalists, traders, industries, teachers, and landlords. And some women, there were very few women like Kadambari Ganguly, who was the first woman graduate from Calcutta. And mostly men from higher social background attended this session. And during the first 20 years, the Congress was led by the leaders who are known as moderate nationalists. One thing we have to remember, my dear children, the National Congress movement or the freedom movement was divided into three phases. First phase is moderate phase, which conducted between 1885 to 1905, and second one is extremist phase, that is between 1905 to 1920, which we call it as Swadeshi movement, and third one is the moderates. Third one is actually Gandhian era that we discuss in next chapter. So in this chapter we discuss only the moderate period and extremist period only. So who are the leaders and what are the demand of these moderate people concerned? See here, they urged the government to introduce a number of reforms. So here in this moderate period, my dear children, if you observe that they followed the policy of urging, requesting, and pleading. They followed three P's. One is pleading, second one is appealing, and third one is requesting. But generally, the British people, they did not bother about these people's urge. They demanded a greater voice for Indians in the government, especially in administration. They demanded the Indians' participation must be important in government. But nobody bothered. So that's why. And what happened in this concern? there was an examination or a recruiting section, civil services examination, and in that also they used to go to London and they have to write exam in London. But moderates, they demanded that you please conduct this civil services examination in India itself. And most of the people, they may attend, they may write, and they may prove themselves as the leaders or civil servants. And the leaders like Nauroji or Siddharth or Ranade, they studied economic impact of British rule and concluded that the British were draining India of her wealth through taxes and other means and leaving her purer and poorer. So they concluded that British people followed the policy of economic exploitation. Economic exploitation. Nothing but our economy has been becoming wasting. Instead, it has to be used for the development of a nation. But unfortunately, what happened? They have been exploiting. So that's why the Indians becoming poorer and poorer for years together because of the economic policy which was followed by British people. And see what kind of policy they followed, that the imposing taxes and even excessive taxes. And some thing what happened here, they impose a salt tax and treatment of Indian laborers and the sufferings of forest dwellers. And these are all what happened, made Indians to get some irritation on British government. And the early leaders were convinced for the need for national industrial development to end poverty in India. But British rule was standing in the way of development, as not only were draining the wealth of India to England, but also enabling cheap selling of British goods in India and restraining Indian crafts and industries. So here, by that we can understand that these people, British people, they followed that they are selling their cheap goods were selling in India for higher cost, but whereas our Indian crafts and industries were getting less price, and by that Indian industrialists are becoming poorer and poorer. And these modern leaders, they reached out different parts of the country and they conducted meetings and they holding lectures, and they believed that British were committed to freedom and justice, and would accept the demands when expressed properly. They believed, the moderate leaders, they believed so these are going to give freedom for India. But unfortunately, they kept a deaf ear. So that is about, see here, they followed the policy of moderate period. They adopted a policy of pray, petition and protest. So these are the policies they followed. But British people, they never bothered about this demand of moderate leaders, which was we decided that 1885 to 1905. So the leaders of moderate phase, Dadabhai Nauroji, and Surendranath Banerjee, and even we have Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and Firoz Shah Mehta, R.C. Dutt. So these were the important leaders of this the Indian National Congress moderate phase, which was conducted between 1885 to 1905.